Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Mid Week Musings, where, as always, I would have memorized the crap out of this intro. And I say once again that nostalgia lives, fandom thrives, and those treasured pieces of plastic we all grew up with, collect and display with pride. Yep. And they still give us those warm, fuzzy feelings. Now, if you're sitting in your ivory tower tonight, sipping on your wine and watching this and thinking I should be working on a kitchen splash wall or doing a video on property investment or living up to your expectations, in the words of Cartman, you can suck my walnuts. This is our form of therapy and it doesn't hurt anybody. So calm your farm and stop with the moral compass. Anyway, I'm your host, Clinton, and today we're diving into the heartbeat of a phenomenon that spans generations, cultures, and collectibles around the world. The mass appeal of action figures and why collecting them has evolved from a childhood pastime into a way of life. From the first time you tore open a blister card and held a hero in your hand, maybe it was, I don't know, He-Man, Batman, Stormtrooper. I love Stormtroopers. You weren't just sort of appreciating a toy, you were storytelling and you were world building and you were connecting. And that's the magic. And that magic, it never really quite goes away. Now, toy collecting is more than nostalgia. It's art appreciation, cultural memory, and in many ways, self-expression. Whether it's a Mondo Motu figure, I love Mondo, by the way, collect some new acquisitions from Mondo, with insane sculpt detail, or a vintage Kenner piece that smells like the 80s, there's something deeply personal about curating your own universe. And in a world that moves so fast, the love for collecting grounds us. They remind us of where we've been, who we've been, and perhaps even where we're headed in this lifetime. Now, before we start the show, a special shout out again to Sugo Toys for sponsoring this episode. So make sure you stick around to get a special discount code for the night. Full transparency, as always. None of the toys here that were provided or have been provided as cash for comment. Everything that you see that we're unboxing tonight is purchased by each and every one of us. So, as always, sit back, crack open a drink, live vicariously through us, and like everybody else with a toy channel or a video podcast, allow us to be those wankers tonight.
This episode of Toy Reel is proudly brought to you by Sugo Toys.
Well, Peeps, I tell you what, it's been a long sabbatical for sure. Yes, it's been a while since our last show, but I can assure you we have a jam-packed episode tonight loaded with discounts and giveaways. So let's get started and bring the boys in, shall we? Definitely. Up first, our resident toy reviewer, an individual that often slimes himself with anything Ghostbusters related. He likes to slime himself. Someone who has no shame showing you his bed covers all the time and always shows up on a team when you need him to. Jason the Bruce. Welcome to the show.
I even made my bed for you. Look at that. I got my own words for Eric Cartman for you.
Yeah.
Do you know the first law of physics? Anything fun costs at least $8.
You may be up for winning a prize tonight when we do the blind box unboxing.
I'm pretty sure I don't qualify.
Unboxing? Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that segment, actually. It's good fun. What we always say is, like, South Park is intellectual and social commentary hidden under toilet humor. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this argument a little bit later, but it's in my opinion that it's a far more intelligent show than most people realize.
Absolutely. 100%. Okay, next from the suburbs of Guido Hadsis. If anyone knows who Guido Hadsis is, maybe some of you Generation Z and younger may have no idea, but it's a great suburb in the heart of Melbourne, Victoria, shall I say. Our in-house sports and toy connoisseur, an avid Colton tragic and supporter, and a man of my own heart when it comes to Ninja Turtles, Mr. Taylor Napper. How are you going?
Howdy, evening everyone. I haven't got my Carlton stuff on. I should have, if I had known that was my intro, I would have come decked out in the full kit, like a full kit wanker. But no,
No,
That's why he didn't tell you.
Fair enough.
Hey, you
But
should
nah.
leave that door. Why didn't you leave that door open behind you? You know, sort of like a little creepy guy staring at the door.
I had to lock him in.
You should have left it
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, he might be in the comments tonight.
He is.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. If you know, you know, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Next, from the coming all the way from the Hills District, is absolutely fucking useless when it comes to public parking. Consistently consistent kind of guy, and lover not just Transformers, but also the New South Wales Blues, but also a plethora of different toy licenses, and the recent owner of some lovely Arkham-inspired Batman figures, Mikey Siciliano. Welcome, Mikey.
Ew. Up the Blues. How good was that? Yeah, just sorry. Let's get this out of the way first and foremost. It was just yesterday, so screw everyone. I can talk about it. New South Wales is awesome. We shouldn't have won that game, but we did. We won the series. We are the best. So eat that, Queensland.
Why shouldn't we have won it? We deserve to win.
Oh, look, no, we deserve to win. I didn't think we'd play like we deserved to win. You know what I mean? I thought we were going to play like a typical New South Wales team. But no, like that game, in my opinion, I think that team that turned up yesterday, was one of the best Blues teams that we've ever put forward. And they just played with their heart. They played for New South Wales, and we are the best state in Australia. Just saying.
Love it. Yep.
We appreciate your life, Mikey.
Yeah, well, the scoreboard speaks for itself, Jason.
Right, because we've got blues and maroons, kind of semi-maroon, but anyway, blues and maroons. There we go.
Oh, like it's the Melbourneites. They just enjoy, supporting the winners, so to speak. So you should be supporting us this year, anyway. Looking forward to it. I've got some cool Batman stuff to show off, and it's been good. I'm glad we're back. I will also quickly push my other side project, which is we've got Aussie Botcast, which all you gentlemen are free to come on when you want. But it's the new podcast for Transformers. So, if you like Transformers, you like Australia, there's no better podcast, I guess. But, But I'm here for Toy Reel. We're gonna have a good night, and I think it's gonna be, a good one.
Jonathan, good to see you back on the Toy Reel thing as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Like, I want to see all the boys back in the one spot. Good to see all you boys back on the reel. Definitely. Damien Burton. What a long time. It's been a long time, fellas. Great to see Toy Reel back. And I'm happy to be back. So, yeah, fantastic.
We're happy to be back.
But anyway, like as Mikey said, go and check out Aussie Podcast. If you want your Transformers fix, go on that show and check them out. Okay, so tonight we have Hellboy, Batman, G.I.Joe, South Park in the house. I mean, lots of things, right? So I figured we'll do a bit of a primer on let's say maybe Hellboy. We'll start with Hellboy and then we can launch into some of this stuff. By the way, once again, stay tuned for a discount code because we got discount codes tonight from our friends from Sugo Toys. And I'm going to flash that pretty soon on the screen so you guys can get your discount codes. But let's talk about Hellboy. Shall we start with Hellboy? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to swap cameras real quick as you can see here. We have these two recent pickups. Now, this is a bit hard to see, but I'll just show you quickly. These are two variants, okay? Now, I want to say something quickly about McFarlane, because I think McFarlane's brand position on why Hellboy made sense for them is very important, and what those figures meant in the market, essentially. So, but before I do that, I mean, like, want to basically say, McFarlane Toys is one of the most influential collectors' first toy companies of the modern era. Founded obviously by himself, McFarlane, the creator of Spawn. Everyone knows Spawn. The company built its reputation in the 1990s by pushing action figures away from simple children's toys towards highly sculpted, sort of display pieces for adult collectors. Now, their decision to manufacture Hellboy figures makes a lot of sense from a collector and brand perspective. And this is why I think Hellboy fits McFarlane Toys. Now, Hellboy is visually perfect for McFarlane's house style. I think it has exaggerated proportions, a massive hand, heavy boots. It's got a cult imagery. It's dealing with monsters, demons, trench coats, relics, weapons, and gothic, sort of that gothic steampunk atmosphere. And that is exactly the type of dark fantasy horror aesthetic McFarlane has always and historically handled well through the lines, through lines like Spawn, Movie Maniacs, and other sort of comic-inspired collector figures. It has a very strong crossover audience. Hellboy kind of appeals to comic readers, horror fans, monster collectors, Dark Horse comics. If you remember Guillermo del Toro film fans and the General 112 scale action figure collectors as well, McFarlane's always been good at targeting that older collector market, people who want a figure that looks striking on a shelf, but not just something with a toyetic play value, if that makes any sense. It's a return to a creator-driven comic energy as far as Hellboy is concerned. So again, this is why it made sense for McFarlane to basically do a figure, because tonight we're going to see how these two figures kind of stack up to some of the older releases by Mezco and also a toy company called 1000 Toys. Now, the current McFarlane the Collector Edition Hellboy is listed as a 7-inch scale figure based on Mike Mignola's Hellboy, which is important because it leans into the comic book identity rather than just the movie versions. I wasn't a big fan of the movie versions or the movies. Once you're a sort of Mignola fan, it's very hard to sort of deviate from anything else. So McFarlane's official listing describes it as an incredibly detailed 7-inch scale figure based on Mike Mignola's Hellboy. So I think it's very smart brand expansion beyond DC. We know that McFarlane significantly invested in the DC line. So for many collectors, McFarlane has had a major success with the DC multiverse, but Hellboy sort of gives them access to another iconic comic property with a darker, more indie cult flavor. It lets McFarlane speak to collectors who may not want yet another Batman variant, but still love sort of the muscular gothic comic book design. Now, the significance of collectors, in particularly for this, and the reason why I've been actually waiting for these for so long, is that Hellboy is one of those characters who benefits beg your pardon. It's one of those characters who kind of benefits from sculpt over articulation. So McFarlane's strengths has always been texture, sort of the silhouette, heavy boots, sort of facial characters, expressive hands. They have an immense shelf presence, are very well suited, and all these facets are very well suited to Hellboy. While companies like Mezco previously produced prominent Hellboy film figures, as well as Mignola figures as well, including 7-inch and 18-inch versions tied to the 2004 film. So McFarlane's version sits more naturally in the modern 7-inch collector ecosystem. Now, to sum it up, I mean, McFarlane making Hellboy figures is a smart move because Hellboy is almost a spiritual cousin to Spawn. It's sort of demonic design or language. It's anti-hero kind of attitude, comic book credibility, and a monster sort of world appeal. It's not just a licensed figure. It is a character that genuinely matches McFarlane's DNA. So for collectors, the appeal is simple. Big presence, gothic attitude, comic accuracy, and a figure that looks like it belongs beside Spawn, Batman, The Witcher, some of the Warhammer figures that he's making, and other darker shelf lines as well. So that basically, in a nutshell, is McFarlane. So like what I'm going to do is basically look, I'm going to show you these guys now. So what we have here, we have the, as you can see here, the McFarlane Collector Edition Hellboy, figure number 60. I'm going to actually go to this. Let me see if I can, I'm going to show you this. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, there we go. Full screen. So it comes with the character's signature trench coat. There is, like I said, 2 versions. So I'm going to show on this baby over here is the standard version. And then this one over here is what we call the chase variant. Now, the basic version obviously comes with its signature trench coat in this baby here. And it has 4 alternate hands, his iconic pistol, display base, and collectible art cards that are included within the box sets. The Platinum edition, on the other hand, includes 2 interchangeable heads, an Excalibur sword, as you can see here in the window box, a Crown of the Apocalypse, and also the flame effects. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out the standard comic accurate Dark Horse Comics release version first. It comes with a few things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this guy up, and let's have a look here. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to open this guy. I'm going to swap cameras down to here. And as you can see, looking really good already, huh? Looking good. I am really digging this. So that's going to take it. This is always a bit cumbersome, particularly when you're taking things out of the box when you're doing a live unboxing, but we're going to go through this process because we enjoy it. We all enjoy unboxing things. I might faff around a bit, but let's go and see what. So this is, we're going to do some comparisons as well. We're going to compare this to some of the other Hellboy figures that I've purchased ages ago, and you can see very basic, right? So we have this is the standard version. We have obviously the removable soft goods jacket here, tailored fabric coat. I'm going to release him out of his toy box, and then let's see if we can. How many of you guys always struggle with opening these things? I hate opening these things.
I hate specifically these ones you're dealing with now. I used to hate like the little plastic ones with the wires, but at least like you can kind of undo them and not have to put a knife next to your figure. But like the only way to kind of open these things is to put something sharp right on your figure or near it. Like it's a bit, it's not collector friendly, really.
Yeah.
I would love to disagree with Mikey, but he's right.
Yeah. He is right. Let's comment. It's good to see. Hey, they look so good in the box. They certainly do. Hey, Dazza, good day. Nice of you to join us. You need to let some of them breathe, man. I agree with you. My Mark Jones, he makes a point. You can use toenail clippers. They are near perfect tool for unboxing. Actually, thank you for the tip.
That's not a bad tip, yeah.
That is actually a very good tip. Yeah. You just need a pair of little side cutters. Makes it easy and a lot less chance of damaging your figure. There you go, Mikey. So there you go.
There you go.
A release. So let's see what's in here. So you got removable soft goods jacket, tailor fabric trench coat. You got 4 interchangeable hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then obviously allows for dynamic posing with his weapons, and the famous right hand of doom is here, which I think, unfortunately, I'll find out in a minute. Actually, you know what? There's still several things here that I have to cut off, unfortunately. What else does he come with? He has his signature pistol. Does anyone want to tell me what his signature pistol is called? Come on.
Hellfire.
Wasn't it,
I genuinely don't know the answer. I'm sorry.
Isn't it a big baby?
No, it's he calls it. Actually, there's a reference to the big baby. You're actually right, but actually, it's called the Samaritan.
Oh right, yeah. Because in the live action movie, it had Big Baby written on it.
Yeah, Yeah. So here you go. He's got his also his Samaritan over here. I'm going to put that aside and put that down here. And these things are always hard, particularly when you have tape. I guess it stops the accessories from actually falling out. There is your Samaritan. I'm not sure can anyone see that. It is quite detailed, actually quite plain. I think McFarlane are renowned now for just not really doing a lot of detail paint work at all. So this is I wouldn't say it's highly detailed, but this is the BPRD revolver called the Samaritan that can fit into his hip holster over here. Now that BPRD, for those of you guys that don't know, stands for the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense. Now, of course, this special sidearm is an oversized 4-round revolver specially crafted for him by the BRPD, and it fires massive custom-built 22mm caliber bullets designed to neutralize supernatural threats. I don't see where the display base is. Actually, I'm missing the display base. Let me see if I'm missing. Oh, no, the display base is in here. Beg your pardon. So I'm going to show you that. I don't know why they stick it to the box. You can see it's stuck to the box. So we have a card. We have a card in there, right? I mean, you would think you have to pull this whole thing out and destroy it. But I'm not sure whether you can see, but there's a display base in there. And then there's a collector's card in here. So once you take this off, sorry, guys, it's not display friendly. What a shame. And then 2 art cards, and that's it. So this is your basic Hellboy figure with the trench coat, with the Samaritan or the big guy. And let's have a look at actually the Hand of Doom. Let's have a look here, see if it's actually articulated. You know what? I have a strong feeling. Oh, see, this was going to be the quintessential McFarlane figure for me, but unfortunately, look at that. You'll see why in a minute when I do the comparisons. You'll see why in a minute. So what a shame. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that is Hellboy here. I'm going to give you guys another close look at the figure. So obviously, like I said, it has interchangeable hands. Just for good measure, I'm going to basically bring in a couple of other figures to show you how they look and how they scale compared to each other. So I'm going to put that down there. You can see that. But in the meantime, I'm going to look at some comments. Let's have a look here. You need for when a 22 is metric and not imperial. Good on you, Mark. Love you. Oops. Okay, so this is the Hellboy 1000 Toys version. As you can see, right? This one has the articulated hand. This one is our McFarlane standard. And this, believe it or not, is actually super, super oversized figure that was done by Mezco many, many moons ago. This is the 2005 Mezco Mike Mignola comic book series 1, and you can see the differences in terms of the sizing. So I don't know. What do you think, boys? How do you feel? I mean, I'm sure some of you guys would have read some of Mike's work. You can see here in terms of the sculpt, the color, definitely beautiful shades of different types of red here. But what, in your perspective, would probably be the most comic accurate just by looking at this?
Can't speak for comic accuracy, but looks wise, there's different aspects of each of them that I like. I think overall, the oversized one is probably the nicest one to me. There's more character comic wise there. But I'm not talking about accuracy. I'm just talking I've seen pictures from the comics, but I've never read them.
Yeah. And
as much as I love the articulation in that hand, it kind of looks a little off. On
this
the 1000, the 1000 Toys one.
Yeah. Look, it does look off because, like I said, you can articulate it quite significantly. and it has a lot of motion as well. But I do see what you're saying, because it kind of does look like it's got this weird, almost looks like blocky because of all the different joints that you have here.
It almost feels like Meccano.
It does feel like, yeah, you're absolutely right. It actually does feel like a Meccano, right? So yeah, that's a shame. But you know what though? I have to say that in terms of its flexibility, in terms of, let's say, posing and photography, it is actually a really, really nice figure to actually photograph. And the reason being is I'm going to show you this one particular photograph that I took many, many years ago. And this was just an insane, insane picture that this figure really, really, I think, translated incredibly well onto a photograph. And I'm going to show you this real quick. So this was, yeah, look at that. So I think I've done this during COVID, and you can see with the hand of doom, it's nice because you can actually articulate it to grab something. And I feel like if you were doing figures, and now with toys and modern day toys, you've got swappable hands, you've got things where you have the option of being able to do those things. Damien Burton goes, gotta go, fellas. Always had a soft spot for Hellboy in my collection. These ones look awesome. I look forward to seeing more from Toy Real in the future. Thank you so much, Damien. Always good to see you. Not a problem. Yeah, so that is the 1000 Toys version. I have to tell you that I don't know how it's going to play out until I probably take all these again, and particularly the McFarlane version, and do a photograph with it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the 1000 Toys version, to be honest. I think it's cool.
Yeah, Taylor?
Did that not McFarlane, sorry, did that Mezco one come with a soft goods coat originally?
The Mezco one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is also a soft goods coat on it. Yes, you are correct. I
do want to say that is probably I agree with Jason, that is probably the best looking one of the three, but on a shelf, that McFarlane one is going to pop more from that brighter shade of red. But I do appreciate the articulated hand on the 1000 Toys one. But like Jason kind of said, it does look a bit robotic.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, well, let's get onto the next one, which is the Chase variant. I'm going to show you the Chase variant, and then we're going to do the comparisons again. And then once we finish the Chase variant, we can launch into some Batman goodness. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this guy here for good measure, and I'm going to take this guy off here and put them down there. Still hard to beat this guy, by the way. Oh, and also I was going to say, it's you got removable tail as well, which is on a ball joint. So the only thing I dislike about 1000 Toys, and I have to say, is that they're, you know how there's certain figures where things just fall off all the time, like the joints are not the best.
Yeah,
and I find that incredibly annoying. So anyway, all righty.
Sounds like your average Mafex figure.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's have a look at this baby now. Now this one is the Chase variant. So if you were lucky, I mean, these are available at retail. So if you are a Mike Mignola Hellboy fan, you can definitely buy these at various stores. But I would highly recommend that you go on to Sugo Toys and buy them there, because we have a very special discount code tonight. And let me find our little banner here. If you go to Sugo Toys and you apply the Toy Real 10 code, you get a 10% discount off all in-stock items applied to checkout. One use per customer, valid till the 31st of July, and excludes item in our special item category. So this was purchased. I actually bought this from James, and you know what? He was actually really, really helpful. And I got to tell you, what he did was he said, "Okay, you can buy a case, but you're not going to be guaranteed to get a chase, because I think they short pack like a chase, 2 chases in every box or something like that, right?" I said, "You know what? if there are chases, please let me know. And he, you know what? True to his word, he was like, all right, I got a standard version for you and I have a chase variant for you. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. Because you will find that with the chase variant, I'm going to see whether you guys will notice the difference. Once again, stand in the box, card in the box, you got to rip it off, unfortunately. Okay, we got the chase variant here. I'm not sure if you guys notice anything straight away. What do you guys see?
He's a lot more horny.
He's a little. Well, he has
Mikey
definitely
beat me
had,
to the punch there.
yeah. That 1,000 Toys figure is an older figure, Jonathan, because I feel that the modern toys would be able to do an articulated large hand a lot nicer these days.
That's what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, yeah. But look at this version now. Besides him having his full head of horns here, he has this is what they call the Platinum Edition chase variant. So if you manage to track down or receive the rare chase figure, it features more dramatic comic look and includes, and the more dramatic comic look, actually, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it's the, does anyone, can you see it?
It's the shading, yeah. There's more paint on it.
100%. It's the cell shading in there. It has 2 head sculpts, one standard head and then one alternate head. So you have the standard head and then the alternate head. I like it because it has sort of exposed horns and then his gritted teeth look as well, which is pretty cool. The sword, fantastic. Legendary yellow gold-bladed Excalibur sword. Crown of the Apocalypse, which is fantastic. Translucent crown piece that rests on his horns, sort of, that kind of go in between here as well. And then the flame effects, which is awesome. And you know what? It actually gives you 2 versions of the hand. It gives you Hand of Doom, so it has a slightly open hand and then a closed fist, which is yeah. So that, I mean, yeah, I can probably take this guy out, but I gotta tell you what, I mean, you can see all the detail here. Yeah.
Those 2 hands that's currently attached, are they different, or is one of them just slightly rotated?
This one's here, or these ones?
The one, is it the same hand?
No, it is the same hand. It is the same hand. You know what?
Okay. It's just slightly rotated then. Okay.
I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna take him out just because we are unboxing it. So I'm gonna. And Mikey probably was good by unboxing all these things before, rather than me trying to faff around with this now. But
well, I technically only unboxed one, but still, mine will be fast. So it's all good.
Yeah. These ones tend to be
mine doesn't. Yours is more of a retail figure where they have to be like tied in because they're sold on shelves. Whereas mine are like high collectibles, high grade collectibles.
Yeah. So easier to unbox.
Mikey's trying to say that he's better than us.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I'm a big old snob. I'm a big old wanker.
Oh dear, I love it. I love the fact that we pull no punches on Toy Reel. We can say whatever we want and get away with it. Most times we do get away with it. But anyway, like I said, it is a PG or MA audience. Okay, so let's look at this baby here. Let's get rid of all the stuff. Put them down there. And I like this. Look at that. I love the...
I like it too.
I love the
definitely
shell.
the superior of the 2.
I love
the Yeah, I would just pull the trench coat off that standard figure and put it on the chase figure and then just swap the head sculpts over. Like if you're gonna have one definitive Hellboy like on your shelf, that's probably how I'd do it.
I really like the extra paint, like because the paint really defines his abs and his torso, and like the other one does. It kind of just like the red just like bleeds and like you can't really tell what's going on. But this one, it just looks the goods.
The cell shading here is quite nice, isn't it? Fantastic.
It is really nice.
For the price, okay, but here's the thing I don't get. Look at the amount of cell shading in the front. Turn it over.
Oh.
That's a very retail thing to do, isn't it? Even most other, toy franchises do that. They prioritize the front because they just like, oh, you're gonna display it on your shelf at the front, and then Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
I
very
mean,
disappointing.
So that
That
sounds
is
like a very McFarlane thing to do.
so lame. And
Yeah.
these are not even bendy. But like I said, it's what a shame. It is a shame. You do like a certain amount of cell shading, and then you just cut corners and like even the bottom part here.
Yeah.
But I guess for what you pay, oops, and look at how easy it pops out, by the way. So yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Given
no,
for
never
what
mind.
you pay, and then immediately breaks it. It's
No,
just,
break it.
Yeah, you
So
wouldn't want
yeah,
to be buying that chase figure on the aftermarket and having those sorts of issues with it.
no.
well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's just a QC thing, but I wouldn't want to pay a lot of money for a chase figure and then have this.
Yeah.
That is, oh
Well,
man,
yeah,
I
that's
wasn't
the
going
thing,
to.
because not everyone's going to be able to get that figure at retail price. Like, there are unfortunately going to be the share of collectors that do miss out on getting that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know where I'd forgive this? I'd forgive this if it came with the coat as well, because at least you can put that
Uh-huh.
on and do that.
Yeah,
But
that was
like,
strange to me. That's why I mentioned before, like, if you can just pop the coat off the other one and then
Yeah.
put it on a chase figure. But yeah,
The abs
Just a
don't line up. They do line up,
thought.
actually. Yeah.
Mike, you were saying earlier about how like the red coat just kind of bleeds and you can't really see the detail.
Mhm.
Because all we can see, because that is a very specific red that I know cameras have problems with sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it bleeding in real life, or is it just the camera making it look that way?
I think it's the camera because of the highlights and because
I
of
had a
how
feeling
punchy
that might
the
have
blue
been.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
fair
look,
enough.
they can be they can be quite deceiving in terms of what you see on camera, for example, and the lighting as well. So I mean,
Red's one of those colors that just overpowers the sensor.
Yeah, exactly, it does. So the bright red is like a super cherry ripe sort of color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the figures here and swap them and have a look, and then we can see what they look like. I mean, this is my pet peeve, particularly when it comes to figures, is like also how hard is it to make figures that can stand properly?
Which is something I've had an issue with McFarlane Toys for a while.
Yeah.
They don't
And-
Yeah,
stand
my
very well.
McFarlane's fall over. You know what the shitty thing is? My McFarlane ones fall over with the stands attached. I don't know how it's possible.
Oh wow!
But like, yeah, like, but okay, I do pose them in a way, but still, like a stand, a post into a foot, on a big stand like the McFarlane's do provide should be enough to, hold it on that one leg or whatever. But it's just these DC figures that I have are the only things that fall over in my collection. So I don't know.
I'm having trouble standing these guys up. So I'm going to show you 1,000 Toys. So in a different kind of light. Look how easy that guy stands. Then I'm going to show you.
I like his chain too. I like the what is it,
that's
the rosary
cool.
beads or whatever it is.
Agreed.
That's actually really cool.
It's a nice little detail.
And then that's the Mezco one. That's the Mezco version. So
yeah, I think that's still my favorite of the bunch. But that head looks like it's a different shade of red to his body.
this one here, it's probably just the lighting as well.
Yeah,
I think it is the
another
lighting
thing I
because
was
it
thinking
looks
as well.
it looked better.
Yeah.
It looked more like it before.
Yeah.
I think the head on Hellboy on the McFarlane one is too small.
Oh, you might be onto something here, buddy. You might be.
It's
onto
a regular.
smaller though
It's
as
a
well.
regular human-sized head.
Yes, you might be onto something.
Yeah, the
here.
chin doesn't come out as much. But same with the 1,000 Toys one.
You might
No.
be onto something.
Yeah.
You might be
It's
onto
it's
something.
artistic license, but it's just how it feels to me. I was actually
for
thinking
sure.
this earlier.
It is. So I'm going to say that we're going to do prize giveaways. So not only are you going to get your discount code. So let's say if you do decide to buy anything Hellboy related or anything from the store at Sugo, you're going to stand a chance to win some very special things that we're giving away tonight. And if you watch this post episode and post live, you can still get into the contests by basically showing us a proof of purchase. So you send it to us and just say, okay, what did you buy? Say you bought something with a 10% discount code. Send me a proof of purchase, and you're going to stand to win 2 things. These are going to be 2 separate prizes. So for all you Hellboy Mignola fans, like I said, tonight it's like Hellboy galore, right? So you got Mezco version, you have your 1000 Toys version, you have your standard McFarlane version, and then you have the Chase variant. If you decide to buy anything, you're going to win 2 things. I'm going to change this. This is a very sought after figure made by Mezco Toys, both of them, and we are giving these away. For any toy connoisseur, any of these guys that know Mezco and know the Hellboy line from the 2005 Mezco Toys Lobster Johnson Series 1, that's him. And then this is 2005 Mezco Toys Liz Sherman Series 1. Lobster Johnson's Hellboy sort of pulp era vigilante, a 1930s sort of masked crime fighter who battles gangsters, Nazis, cults, and all these threats with for lack of a better description, brutal efficiency. Now, in the Hellboy universe, he is just he's a part sort of noir detective, part supernatural avenger, and very much a tribute to all pulp heroes like the Shadow and the Spider. Mezco released Lobster Johnson in its Hellboy comic series 1 line in 2005, alongside Hellboy, Liz Sherman, and I think it's Kriegaf. So the next one we are going to give away also is Liz Sherman. She's a key sort of BPRD agent and one of Hellboy's sort of closest allies. I think
she's a key character in the series.
She's a key character in the series. By the way, speaking of all the Hellboy stuff, I got to tell you, this stuff, it jumps out like, I'm going to start a sort of segment on Toy Reel soon where it's called From Panel to Plastic. And we take a look at how, accurate some of these things are when it comes to how comic characters or whether it's the TV panel or whether it's the comic panel. I'm going to do a couple of reviews now coming up soon on Toy Reel where we convey a lot of these things from panel to plastic and see how accurate these representations are. So as far as Mignola is concerned, I think here's an example. I mean, I have all these different volumes. You can read. That's Seed of Destruction. We got Wake the Devil, plenty more. So these guys just jump straight out of these panels, and they are so well done. And the way Mezco has done these, just fantastic. So these are going to be given away. And like I said, if you show me a proof of purchase with your 10% code, or it can be any time, and you make reference to this channel, 2 lucky winners will win this, what we call pseudo vintage now, sort of 2005. I think these go for quite a bit on eBay as well. So show us those proof of purchase receipts, and you will stand a chance to win. And we'll announce the winners also on our social media, our Facebook page, as well as Instagram. So on a collector note, like I said, these Mezco comic style Hellboy figures are now very desirable because they came from a strong pre-112 era when Mezco was producing stylized, sculpt-heavy figures with real affection for cult comic properties. Liz and Lobster Johnson are especially appealing because they broaden the shelf beyond just Hellboy himself. So if you want to sort of pose all your Hellboy figures along with these 2 characters, you can do that now if you win these guys. So there you go. Okay.
I will say that Liz Sherman figure, judging by what it goes for on eBay, getting it shipped from the States, you're paying well over $100 to get that. So definitely worth.
Well, this is your chance.
Up something from Sugo and potentially getting it for a lot less.
Yep. So if you snap something and buy something from Sugo, show me proof of receipt, send it to us, and we will pick the winners, 2 winners for this figure, Liz Sherman and Lobster Johnson. Speaking of Lobster Johnson, they are making, I think Boss Fight Studios are making a version of that coming out soon again. But like I said, if you want something jumping out straight from, Mignola's artwork. These guys are, they're as far as their representation is concerned, very hard to beat. So I feel very generous, but I know a lot of people pay a lot of money for these things. But like I said, you will win this if you send me a proof of purchase. Cool. All right. On that note, I will bring someone else now, and we are going to go next on to LPZZ Batmans. Yay. Let's go
Excellent.
to... Now, quickly, before we do that, I'm going to quickly give people a bit of a primer, okay, on LPZZ. Because LPZZ is a rapidly growing designer toy company renowned for its premium, officially licensed 1/12 scale action figures, particularly from the Batman Arkham Knight video game and then the DC Multiverse. Due to brand, I think, registration issues that they had, I think LPZZ has now rebranded their brand name to, this is a very funny name. It's called UP, and I think it was a spelling error because it was a language barrier. Instead of calling it U.P.figures, they called it U.P.Fineguries, as in FINEGURES. So that is
sounds like an infection.
figurines or whatever. The key, the good thing about LPZZ, and Mikey's going to show you, by the way, and he's going to tell you about the arcade night video game. They had a rebrand, so the company is now known as, like I said, UPF. They've also introduced new sublines called Fig Trove and Voitus. Their flagship figures are these really highly detailed 1/12 line that includes characters like Batman, the Arkham Knight, Deathstroke, Catwoman, and the Red Death. Quality and features include things that they're sort of noted for the exceptional articulation. I'm really looking forward to seeing Mikey's LPZZ Batman because they also have things like fabric capes and accessories and multiple interchangeable faceplates, etc. And as far as the legitimacy is concerned, while many fans initially wondered about their whether they're legit, they're sort of like verified as an authentic licensed studio. So, if you want to buy them, because their primary licensing was based in mainland China, overseas collectors typically rely on reputable third-party importers and boutique toy websites to purchase these LPZZ UPF figures now. So in Australia, you can browse genuine imports directly at Sugo Toys. As I said, we got a 10% discount code, which features warehouse locations both in Hurstville, Haymarket, and I think, what's that suburb that we normally pick up from? It eludes me, but I'll tell you later on. New South Wales. So, no, it's not Bankstown. It's pretty close to Bankstown. Okay. All right, Mikey, let's tuck into this LPZZ Batman.
Okay, so I have one I prepared earlier. So here we have the box for the so this is the Arkham Knight version of Batman, which is really nice. So you can see the box here. It's very, lovely art as we have here in the Arkham logo. This comes shrink wrapped, so if you like when you're buying it, you can't do what I'm going to show you with Deathstroke. But yeah, it's really nice. So on the back, you've got you can barely tell, but like it's a lovely shot of Batman flying through Gotham City, because it is in fact the Arkham game. Although I am using these guys as Arkham Origins Batman and Deathstroke because like they're very similar. I know he goes through changes that like. But I love Origins, so that's why. They do have magnetic doors, so this is kind of annoying that you can't go, like if you go to a boutique collector store, you like actually open it like this. You can't because it's actually shrink wrapped. But once you get it and I show you Deathstroke, you'll see how cool it is. But yeah, Batman. So first of all, I'm just going to show you the accessory loadout because it's kind of crazy. So if you can see here, you've got, so this is where Batman was stored, and then you've got 6 interchangeable hands, you've got 2 batarangs, 1 grapple gun, actually no, two different types of grapple guns, including actually this is the gun that he holds, and is like the Killer Croc. For the Killer Croc battle, where he uses that kind of grapple gun where it shoots backwards and forwards and it kind of like goes long. So Zach killed those. So that's really cool. So the gel. This is the gel explosive that uses in the game, where he would kind of egotistically draw his own bat symbol before he blows up, and it blows up a cement wall. But anyway, it comes with a cowl that has no head in it, a head that has no cowl in it, and a back here you have another
That is
tray.
so cool. Can you show us some close-ups, like close to the camera?
Yeah, I'll get you a close up of the cowl. I just don't want to spill the things everywhere. I'll get you the cowl out. So this is.
Ooh, that looks like a great cow. That's amazing. It's
so,
amazing
and it's definitely
how
not.
it's so detailed.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's quite nice, and it's very sharp. Like these are adult collectors, I believe. No, I think it's purely for display. So it's like to, put under your boot of your Deathstroke. So it's just like defeated Batman or something. I'll show you the portrait of Bruce Wayne we have here, if I can get it up. There's the box. Yep. And this looks like it just jumped out of. Oh, it's a bit hard to see.
The game
It
itself.
looks like it jumped out of the game. Ooh, my camera's not that good. But yeah, once you see these in person, this looks like totally screen accurate to the video game itself. And yeah, so like accessories great. The second tray has the base, the Arkham base, different batarangs. It comes with three different batarangs with different colors to represent the different abilities that those batarangs had, and a grenade as well, and another switch out for the face, and of course the armature for the stand. Anyway, what we're here to see is, in fact, Batman himself.
Oh, look at that!
And of course, he comes with
That's
this accessory. So
That is
this is just a quick pose that I came up with quickly. So I utilized one of the trigger finger hands for the grapple gun. And he can that batarang is literally that small. It can actually come out of the hand and is very sharp, very, very sharp. This is not a child's toy. And yes, you do have, look at that. Look at this. You've got fully splayable cape. Cloth
So is
goods
that
cape
wide?
with the wire. It is wide. I
Yeah.
don't exactly know how to keep it up. I'm sure there's ways, but it just kind of comes down again. But like there's definitely a wire. There's definitely a wire in it, so you can actually, manipulate it. So yeah, it's really nice cloth goods. Articulation, I dare say you're going to struggle to find something that it doesn't have. Like it's got a really decent ab crunch and a really good arcing back. It's got a great arcing back. It's got waist. It's got double jointed knees. It's got ankle and leg and feet tilting. It's got double jointed and just joints out the wazoo for the arms. The head is, look at how expressive that head is. It tilts. It looks down that far. It looks up really far for some good flying poses. It is like, and the sculpt, actual like mesh. You know how Batman has the mesh in between his the armor plates on his suit. It's just really well sculpted. The bat logo is really, really nicely done. The face, the portrait's great. Yeah, so it's hard to come with, like, there's nice bits of silver detailing you can like see coming to reflect off the light here that is really well done on this figure. And the kind of mustardy yellow for the utility belt is great. And yeah, it's worth that price. I did pay that. But if you're looking for a really, so this will scale with your, this will scale with your McFarlane stuff. It'll just outclass it in every single way. I'm just looking over at my McFarlane stuff now just to confirm. But if you're looking for a really good, like super articulated, it's like third party, but for DC. So if you're looking for a really good Batman that just stands on its own, and is of a amazing quadrilogy, because I do consider Origins part of the makeup of the Arkham series, because that's actually, people call me crazy, but Origins is my favorite game. But and that's the reason why I got these things. It's a fantastic game. I think it's highly it's like given so much shit just because it's not, done by the Rocksteady and all that, or by the original guys. But we're here also to talk about Deathstroke. Now I'll show you Deathstroke. So yeah, definitely if you're in the market, go to Sugo, 10% off. You can get 10% off that right now. And you can go in. Oh, is it not in stock? It is in stock. It is in stock.
It is in stock. In stock. There you go.
There you go. It is in
I mean, I just want to show people. Look at that.
Oh, and that cow does actually go on the head.
I'm not sure. I don't think it does. I think it's literally just a display, because you've got a separate portrait of the head, the Bruce Wayne head, and then the Batman head, and then you just got a cowl separate. But yeah, if you look at that loadout, like that's crazy. And like you with the stand and the attachment, you will be able to get some really cool poses out of that.
And mind you, you also got this guy to go with your Arkham Knight. Yeah,
which we're talking about now.
No,
looking at what you've shown us so far, this feels like to the McFarlane Toys what Joy Toy is to the McFarlane Warhammer Toys.
Yes, 100%.
It is that much.
I can see where you're coming. I can see where you're coming from with that.
I would probably say this is another step again.
Did this company make?
Yeah.
Did they make a Joker or anything from the previous games like Arkham City or?
I don't think yet. I think because these are some of the first items, aren't they, Clint?
Oh,
yes,
maybe.
Correct.
I don't know. This is my first time seeing them.
Well, it's my first time interacting with them, so I am very happy to say if they make a Joker, if they make a Bane, oh my god. If they make
a Killer Croc. Yeah.
Killer Croc. Oh my god, that'd be sick.
That'd be massive.
That'd just be a beast. It'd be double the size of this box. It'd be crazy.
It'd be I don't even want to think about how expensive that figure would be though.
Yeah, it'd probably be about like $600, but let's not think about it until it happens. But yeah, look, we've got Deathstroke here, and Deathstroke is one of my favorite DC characters. So I really wanted a good one. I think I have he's my most captive villain in my DC collection. So this is his box. So actually, if you open it up here, you can see the beautiful figure itself and all the window display. But again, it's silly because you can't see it if unless you take off the cling wrap. But yeah, basically there he is. Okay, so I'm going to show you how easy it is. You just got to cut a piece of tape on the top, and then you take them out. And then we'll put the other box here. So you have the same thing with that. You've got two trays. Oh, there you go. Wow. Oh, sick. Okay. So with your bottom tray, you have your stand, your massive gun that he has, your armature, and his bandana, the bandana piece, which is pretty cool. So that comes separate. That's really, I like it when they don't package figures that have bandanas all or excess coming off their head with the figure, so that's good. Separately, and my god, okay.
Is that bandana malleable? Is it like a soft goods kind of thing, or
No,
wire?
I'll tell you.
But it has that flow effect, like it's where it's kind of like a flowy effect, right?
Yeah, it's flowy, so it's not articulated or anything, but it's at least like static pose. So it's
Yeah.
So I'll put that out for thing.
It
If you look at this,
windswept.
it's windswept exactly, and that's what you want for your Deathstroke. Yeah, wow. You've got your Deathstroke here, and then you've got his 6, including on ones on the figure, hand options. You've got 2 swords, 2 different swords, 2 different bow staffs, his own, this thing here is his own grapple gun type thing, a kind of a Glock gun, a knife, and another portrait. So yeah, let's have a look at Slade Wilson, who, and the reason why, there we go. The reason why Origins is such a good game is because of the Deathstroke battle, because like the Arkham series is known to have really good boss fights, and Deathstroke is one of the best, in my opinion, boss fights, other than, Mr. Freeze in City. Deathstroke is one of the best boss fights you have in those games. But yeah, here he is.
Oh, that looks great. Wow. How does this compare? How does this compare to the 1/12 scale other Deathstroke that you got ages ago? I can't remember.
Yeah,
that
that's
was like
yeah, it was very, very.
Wasn't it?
It was third party. Yeah. I'll attach this on here. Yeah, that one was limited in articulation, and what I was looking for in a Deathstroke is something to be highly articulated. And if I can just,
it is a very nice looking figure, Jonathan. I think so. If you look at the, I'm going to show people just the. Unfortunately, it's sold out. Oh, what a shame. So, hey, Mikey, you got in quick actually, and compared to Batman, it is a lot cheaper at $134.95. You have to join the wait list, but as you can see, some of these pictures are freaking incredible. Look at that. The poses you can get. I mean, look at that pose. That is action figure in fine form there, posed that way.
I'm just going to try and get a good sword pose going. Let me just find the correct hand.
Look at that. Oh. You got to get, if you're a completionist, you got to get both figures. In fact, I'm going to show you a couple of other ones that they have also from the same line. Love to see the head sculpt by itself, without see him unmasked. But look at some of the. Look at that. That's lovely.
Yeah,
that is
that's
lovely.
great. So I'm just about to show you a quick pose that I've put him in with a nice big sword.
I mean, I guess that begs the question, isn't it, guys? Like, I don't know about you, Jason, Talon, but a lot of these Chinese companies now are killing it when it comes to the main.
I agree, and like this is just evidence of that because I just want to see if I can get this thing in.
I think to some extent because they're trying to break into the market that is. You could make some arguments that there is some saturation in the market already, and if you're not going to be able to compete at the retail space, then why not try to make the best things that you possibly can? Give people a reason to actually want to buy from you.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm not going to sit here and say that retail toys aren't worth buying, but it's a completely different market.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on third-party toys, Talon?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all. I don't think there's a third-party toy that's ever released that isn't targeting the adult collector and is selling through these designated collectible retailers, or not retailers, but sites or stores, whatever you might want to call it. I mean, we've seen it from brands like SHF and Marfex for well over a decade, maybe almost 2 decades now. I mean, in Japan, I guess a lot of SHF stuff would be considered retail, but to overseas collectors, like they're spending double what they do in Japan on it, and those are considered retail releases. But I think when you're making less units and you're an independent company or you're a smaller company, and your focus or your target audience is adult collectors, you can charge a more premium price for it, and these collectors are generally more than happy to pay for it if what they're getting is worth the money.
Yeah, 100%.
Like obviously what Mikey, I'd assume he would say that these are both certainly worth the money, and they're at a premium price point compared to a standard 12-inch figure, or not 12-inch, but 6-inch figure.
1/12 scale. Are they really worth it, Mikey? Do you think they're worth the money?
I think so. I mean, that's just a quick pose that I've put him in, and he does have weapon storage.
And even then, like, you take something like Marvel Legends have recently done the Maximum series, like Spider-Man, and you're paying over $80 for that figure, and that's coming with maybe half the accessories that this Batman came with. And so if you were to bump it up to that level of accessories, the price you're paying is actually not going to be far off, if not the same price.
Here we have the Batman next to. I'm really bad at camera angles, but yeah. I'm probably not doing it justice with my camera, but they scale perfectly with each other. Again, the accessory count is off the charts. You've got so many things from the games. You've got all the weapons that he used in both, all the weapons that he used in both, what would you call Origins and Night. And you have pretty much all of the weapons that he used across the quadrilogy, in my opinion. So, look, are they expensive? Yes. I don't even know if you can find this guy anymore, because I think Clinton basically said, "Hey, look, there's a new Deathstroke figure out," and I'm just like, "Yep, bought." So I bought it straight away. But you can still get the Batman. But if you can find Deathstroke for a good price, his texturing is like off the charts. His paint is amazing. They've even like painted and sculpted his eye inside the one side of his helmet that has the eye.
Wow.
They could have just cheaped out and given him 2 of the same sword, but they've given him 2 different swords, 2 different lengths of bow staff. Yeah, and I'll see if I can get up the portrait of his Slade Wilson.
Michael Fouché is saying they make it difficult to decide which heads and accessories to display it with. So great looking.
They do, because again, looking at this, like they've even. I can't really see it, but like they've even painted in, blood stained, the scar on the good eye. They've weathered his face, and like his hair is really well done. So yeah, let's see.
Controversial opinion. I would so display him with that. I'd throw that mask.
I know it's crazy. It's hard.
I know it's wrong, but I've always preferred Slade without the mask personally.
It's funny. It's hard because he's such a cool, he's almost he's almost like Clinton with an eye patch. Like he's like really cool looking. Yeah, that's
I'm never going to see that now.
Yeah, that's Clinton with an eye patch right there.
I have an unrelated question. Or not entirely unrelated, but not toy related. But like, was Deathstroke introduced after Deadpool was introduced in Marvel? Because
no, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around. So
they ripped off Wade Wilson from Slade Wilson.
Deadpool is a parody of Deathstroke.
So Slade Wilson. So like he started out as just a villain, and then they kind of turned Deathstroke into an anti-hero. Whereas, and then I think when Deathstroke was a villain, the Marvel one, they copy each other all the time, so it's fine to say that they copy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, of course they do.
Deadpool is a straight reimagining of Deathstroke in the Marvel universe, right? Straight
And
down
Marvel
to
has
Slade.
never pretended otherwise. They've
No, of course
always
not.
been
They don't give a
open
shit.
about it.
They think it's hilarious. So you've got Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson. There's no
Yeah, because
sugarcoating
it's
it.
obviously like
It's a rip-off.
one's a rip off of the other. I just didn't know who was first.
The powers,
But the funny thing
their
is,
powers are very similar too.
exactly. But like the
Yeah, they're virtually the same.
Death Battles did a thing where they versed each other, and they just said that Deadpool would win because of his basically immortal, basically. Although Deathstroke is incredibly hard to kill. Like he's an assassin, but he's like just insanely hard to kill.
I don't know. They killed Joe Manganiello's one off pretty quickly.
How did he
die?
But
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, fair enough. We won't talk about that DC. This basically yes, Deathstroke came first, and then Slade Wilson's But funnily enough, I was going to say Slade Wilson, Deadpool is Wade Wilson, Deadpool is probably the more successful of the two franchises anyway, because he's got a trilogy, he's got a video game.
That video game I think really sparked him as like this comedy character.
Yeah. So
because he wasn't
it's
really
funny how
that game.
It's just because DC has just been so bad at being DC, just in general, that they haven't utilized Deathstroke to his the best Deathstroke has ever been is in this form in the games Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight was kind of shit because all he did was drive around in a tank, and I think, in my opinion, Deathstroke has the best boss fight in Origins, where you have to be crazy good at your control skills, and then the worst boss fight in Knight because it's basically just a tank battle, and that's where, in my opinion, I really don't like Knight because you have to drive around in a Batmobile the whole game. It's basically a tank. I don't like it. But these versions are technically the versions from that, but they're my Origins version. And yes, they're very cool. If you can find them, track them down. They're super articulated. They're gonna. Clint, you got them, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because I'm really keen to see. I'm really keen to see your photos.
Yeah, when I get around to it. But Mikey, I was going to ask you how, then, in your opinion, how screen accurate? Because we talk about from panel to plastic.
Yep.
And having those in your hand right now, because seeing those pictures on the website is one thing, but having them in hand, how screen accurate do you think they are compared to the game?
It is basically like they jumped straight out of Knight. Basically, they're
right.
Maybe even better looking than the characters from Knight. So and they feel like nothing. They're you can shake them from any appendage, and they're not loose or anything. The head sculpts are perfect, masked or unmasked. They're the best versions of, in my opinion, of the Gameverse, Batman and Deathstroke, basically.
David goes, Arrowverse Deathstroke by Manu Bene was awesome, and you can't change my mind.
I agree. That's probably my favorite live action Deathstroke. I agree. I basically only watched Arrow for that version of Deathstroke.
Wow. There you go.
I want to say that I haven't seen a superhero unmasked head painted that well before today. And
if you look on the website, the photos that show you on the website, my camera's not doing it justice. But the look at that, the detail and the sculpting on that is phenomenal. And the best part is in Origins, you're fighting him and you actually you basically punch his helmet off. So you actually do fight him like that. So it is accurate. So it's really well done. and I
I
can't
think the
wait to
important
just
question
post
here
this.
is whether Clinton had his hair dyed for this, or whether they just changed it so that we'd never noticed it's Clinton.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
How many bounties have you got at the moment, Clinton?
I don't even have my hair's not that great. Come on, guys.
That was my
No,
point.
it's not.
Yeah. Oh dear.
At least it's
so-
not as of now.
So yeah. So if you could rate it from a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of value for money, Mikey, what would be your rating? And is it money well spent?
Yeah, look, probably $200 each if you can find them for that. Is a good price for them because again they're high quality adult collectibles. Super articulated, loaded out with the accessories and weaponry. Probably like at least a 9 out of 10. They're pretty damn good. The one issue with Deathstroke is
figure, right? They're like a 1/12. So like 1/6, you have all these plethora of different accessories. It's basically like 1/6 miniaturized into a 1/12 scale, basically.
100%. The only issue with Deathstroke is that I've found, oh God, where have I put that piece? Is that his bandana item is struggling to attach to his head. And the Batman, and the only reason I take a point off each, so that for Deathstroke, and for Batman, he doesn't really have a good hand to hold the Batarang how I would want it. So that's why they're both like 9 out of 10. So they're not perfect, but they're really good.
Yeah. Cool. Very good. Excellent. Well, I'm glad that you got in. Like I said, those of you guys that want to buy Batman that's still on Sugo, go for it. You can use the discount code. Then if you do get anything from Sugo, show us proof of purchase, and you're going to win. Actually, sorry, I beg your pardon. You're going to win one of these 2 figures with anything. So you don't just have to buy Hellboy. You can buy anything else. Show us proof of receipt, and then we'll pick 2 winners with that as well. And we're going to give away some South Park figures tonight as well. So there you go. So thank you, Mikey. That was fantastic. I am certainly looking forward to opening my LPZZ Batman and Deathstroke. You've inspired me now. I have to try and find some time to also unbox them and then take some wonderful photographs if I get the chance. Thank you, Mikey. All right, let's move on to Jason DeBruce. You tell us what you got to unbox tonight, baby.
I am the one that's bought some G.I.Joe. So, this, actually, ignore that for a second. Has anybody been paying attention to this behind me? This is an original toy from the original line. To be fair, this is from later in the line when it had lost most of its popularity. This is the battle axe. And if you wheel it forward, eventually, it still works.
Very cool.
This came with a repaint of the Red Ninja, which is... Nope, that's not. It came with a repaint of this. And when they announced that this was coming, I looked and went, oh, damn it, now I need to buy more G.I. Joe again. Because it's something from my childhood, therefore I had to buy it. It's probably worth noting. I do own some G.I. Joe stuff. There's a whole heap of it in the garage that I've really not touched much. Because I didn't grow up a huge G.I. Joe person. It wasn't on TV for me as a kid. I don't know why. Tassie didn't get it. I didn't really get introduced to it until I was a teenager. I don't know how I ended up with this. It was obviously a birthday present or something from somebody. Either that or I don't remember how I got it. Either that or I got it at a discount or something. It's like, oh, that looks cool. I might get that. I don't remember. But I always enjoyed playing with it. I use the G.I. Joes as my humans for Transformers. I know they're not in scale, but I didn't care. I was like 10 or 12 or 15 or whatever. I was older. It doesn't matter. Now, I have been saving this for quite some time, as Clinton knows. I've been holding on to this for a show because I've been waiting. I wanted to I wanted to do this on camera. Definitely comes with quite a bit. Like anybody that's bought the classified stuff knows that they do come with quite a lot of stuff in them now. I love, in particular, the head options I have for this. I mean, this is one of those kits where you could buy this a couple of times and you could essentially create completely different characters without people realizing that it was the same. Also, if I swap that body over with this one, I could probably more or less recreate. Sorry, I've been unwell. I could probably recreate the original toy that I'm trying to recreate. Accessories for days is about right, yeah. So I'm not expecting that this is going to have the same sort of articulation that Mikey's did. There's no way that this can. That's not even a fair comparison.
Oh no,
But-
it's not nearly the same cost, you know. So if
No,
if your set cost $400, then maybe. So you know.
Yeah, but the classified stuff
Saying that,
is good.
you got to give Hasbro some kudos, because nowadays, even
yeah.
with their Marvel Legends, and again with their 6-inch line, they have butterfly joints. They're incredibly articulate, and they're making some pretty good figures, you know. So, but like as Mikey said, you pay the price tag, so you're going to get more accessories, you're going to get more sculpt detail, you're going to get better paints, and you're going to have
gotta
also.
say, the classified line is pretty awesome because, like, for what you pay, you get some pretty damn articulated figures. So,
You do.
It's always,
absolutely
I think since it's been around, it's always been kind of that. I think since it came about, it's always been, I think, kind of Hasbro's most impressive line. I mean, Mikey, you've been keeping up with all the mainline Transformer stuff, so maybe you'd interject there in terms of that regard, because obviously some of those releases have been insane as well, but G.I.Joe Classified, I think, has been Hasbro's most consistent line since it came about.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
Yep, I agree. Yep, go on, Mikey.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, obviously with Transformers, you've got action figure, puzzle, and alt mode, so that's something I've got to take into consideration. But because G.I. Joe figures don't have to do that, and what they've found, like, going throughout the years, they've kind of got it to a T now where, like, it's a nice, like, they almost feel like really premium. I remember the first classified figure I opened it felt really premium, and it felt almost like third-party grade kind of material and stuff. So yeah, as Jason's about to show us, I think we'll see what he thinks of this.
I mean, first things first, these were no effort to stand whatsoever. I just, not to rub
Yes,
that
I agree.
in Clinton's face, but I do. I am mentioning you, Clinton, because you literally had this problem with what you bought. But that was very, very easy. I definitely agree with the consistency. The thing I've really appreciated with it, even when I wasn't buying it consistently, because I mean, I stopped buying this, is how all of the weapons and accessories are all, like, they're all brought up to, like, you don't need this axe to be this good. Like, it could just be an axe, but this is made out to be some antique decorative item with this. It looks like it's a dragon breathing fire on it. The original one was just a bright orange axe. Like, you don't have to go this far, but they have. That is such a cool looking weapon.
Yeah, and that's what you also get with these figures, is you get top quality sculpting, and I can already tell just from your camera these things are painted really, really well. So,
I
yeah.
think classified is just a perfect case of kind of quality over quantity, because you look at Marvel Legends and they're putting out like 100 figures a year as opposed to classified doing maybe 30 figures a year. And because they got to kind of fall into the same budget, they're not able to put out as much maybe detail into certain figures in the Marvel Legends line, or they'll just be simple repaints or remolds of other figures. Or because a lot of them will use the same molds as we know.
You know what I was saying earlier about how, like, unpainted faces, they're not. Like, this does not compare with what Mikey was showing off. Again, not a fair comparison.
Oh no, I gotta be
But
honest.
that
Just
is
from looking,
far better than I thought it was
that is
going to be.
awesome. That is really nice. Like, yeah, I think that's that
Difficult to
for a
hold.
mainline, because he has no hair. He's bald. But yeah, he's.
The
I
scar
think for a
detail is excellent.
yeah, for a mainline head sculpt, that is sick.
The price you pay, that's phenomenal, actually. But, you know, this harkens back again to the question in regards to. Now, we're not going to go on a Hasbro bashing session here, but I'm saying that I think if you look at the properties, like we look at Classifieds, you look at Black Series, you look at Marvel Legends. I stopped collecting Marvel Legends because, first of all, you're getting way too many releases within a year to try and keep up. Yes, they have improved their sculpts, they have improved their paints, and they have improved their I suppose variety of offerings that they have. The Black Series, I feel, tanked because I don't know, it just you start seeing all those Black Series stuff now in bargain bins. But you're absolutely right, Talon, because I think as far as the Joes are concerned, they were consistent, and some of the offerings that they had were incredible. Like, again, you can see. And when I spoke to some of the designers at SDCC one year, the three different, they work as three separate teams. So Marvel Legends, G.I.Joe, Classifieds, and Black Series all have their own design teams, and they have their own internal teams. So there's sort of like almost a competition to see who can outdo each other. And I think that's where you see that inconsistency in terms of what Hasbro has and what they offer in terms of their 6-inch line across numerous properties.
I think the strength of the G.I. Joe line has been that they didn't do too much. I think if they had have tried to do Marvel Legends with the G.I. Joe line, they would have burnt the audience out very quickly. But because they chose to take their time, like Black burnt out because there was just too much of it too quickly, right? They went through everything anybody was interested in straight away.
Talon, you had to say something?
I mean, like that's obviously the biggest problem with Black Series is, like, in Star Wars, there's only so many characters you can do, and so many, I guess, properties in terms of series or movies that you can touch, and so many characters that can be done. It's like, I mean, how many instances have we seen the same characters from the original trilogy just re-released over and over and over again? And I think, I mean, that's obviously the problem with Black Series and why it's just kind of fallen flat as a line, and why ultimately I think most Star Wars collectors have just gone back to kind of the 3/4-inch vintage collection. And I've said this before, Star Wars has always kind of been a 3/4-inch line. It is cool that they delved into the 6-inch area of things, but Star Wars has always been one of those toy lines where you want to play with your vehicles, you want to have that playability with the line and kind of build your own world of Star Wars with your display. And it's a lot harder to do that when the figures are effectively twice the size. And on the Marvel Legends front, like, you've got movies and comics that are two different properties, and then you got so many different variants of certain characters, whether it be different artists' design of different characters, like, whether it be like your Ditko Spider-Man versus your John Romita Spider-Man, and then it just goes on. And that's why ultimately, because there's so many different Marvel Legends that get put out in one year, they can't keep the consistency of classified up because they more so kind of have to pick and choose what they do because it has to fall into a certain budget.
Jonathan makes a good point. He says, isn't funny though that with Transformers they still do the same characters over and over again, but they they're all still sell.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's because the I mean the majority of people who grew up with the originals, the G1, have the money and like they're still around. You know, there will be a time when G1 people will be phased out, and you'll have more Beast Wars people or Armada and whatever. Those people will be older, but like you've got the G1ers are still, well, they're getting into their 60s and like they might be retired, so they've got more money to buy. And then when someone even just comes into Transformers, you just like G1. Like it's just
it's like the foundation. It's like
it's the foundation.
Still.
Without
But
G1,
also,
there's no Transformers. So
correct me if I'm wrong, Mikey, but it like with Transformers, because the Transformers, right? They got the robot mode and their alt mode. It feels like every release of like a certain, so like every Optimus Prime release, like in every 5 or 10 years, they'll come out with a new Optimus Prime that is significantly better engineered than the previous one they do, and then collectors naturally want to upgrade to the newest version.
Well, that's it, as well as the fact that, you know, you have as we advance in our technologies and stuff, even when 3D printing and stuff, you know, conversions can become more advanced as well along with the technology. So, you know, you look at like something from Armada, which was so simple and like just changes in a couple of steps, whereas you've got something from, you know, nowadays where it's a lot more of a process, but it leads to a more articulated and better looking, you know, robot and alternate mode. So yeah, that's why. And
I will say it's kind of insane. Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
Oh, I was just going to say, and to your point, no version of Optimus Prime is the same, other than the repaints, right? So you know, you've got at its core, Transformers is also a puzzle brand. It's like your Rubik's cube. It's like toys for they stimulate your senses, right?
Yes.
So you may have the same look of Optimus, but like he'll transform differently, and that's why people want it. They want a different challenge, basically.
Yeah.
Jace, what are your thoughts and impressions overall with that two-pack?
This hat, which is apparently a hat, is really difficult to get on, and I give up.
Oh, but it's got a new hat.
I know, right? When I saw it when I pulled it out initially, I was like, oh, it's got a display base, and I didn't even really look at it, and then I realized, oh, it's a hat. He also has this really cool jacket thing. I know this has a name, but I don't know what you call this sort of.
And it's sculpted, right? It's not soft goods.
Yeah, no, it's not soft goods. It's rubber. Yeah.
So what made you buy
honestly, I'm really, really happy with this. I definitely, I mean, I would want to spend time with it and get it posed up, and I will actually do that at some point. But Cal works. This is a very Texas thing, right? This is a Wild West, Texas meets Mexico type vibe. I don't know. I like the fact. I mean, this one comes with the robot head, and it's very clearly supposed to be the robot. But all you have to do is change the head over, and then it's human. It doesn't scream like the Bat figures that they were doing. It didn't really matter what you did with them; they always looked like it was a robot. Whereas it doesn't take much to make this a character. Also, I don't know the last time I saw a figure that actually did butterfly knives.
Very cool.
That's cool.
The weakest accessory in this is probably these, because it's just something that goes over the fists, and that is it. But I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying I think this is the weakest accessory, and it's still pretty decent.
To add to the
I think
butterfly
it was an
knife,
$80 box.
Caitlin?
To add to the butterfly knife point, do you think there'll be like collectors that want to do their own kind of kit bashing with figures that will buy this set just for that butterfly knife?
I doubt it, but you never know.
Possibly.
However you use these, I don't know how it works.
One question about classified, I guess, kind of tying to Black Series. This isn't to cast any sort of negative spell on classified, but is there a point where they kind of do all the characters that people want and the line kind of falls flat like Black Series has?
I would probably argue if that was going to happen, it would have happened already, though.
That's what I would think as well.
Like Duke and everything's all been done. But it's like, I think the strength of classified, again, coming from somebody, I haven't collected all of it and it was never going to. In saying that, I've only bought Cobra stuff. I think the strength of it is that everything they've done has essentially been something of a recreation as opposed to a re-release. It's not a new Optimus Prime with a different transformation. It's a different truck. It's like, it may have the same. It is essentially what Ape was. It was monkey, not truck.
Okay.
But they've done that with everybody, not just Optimus Prime. Maybe that's not a great analogy, but the strength is that it's not just like, they haven't just relied on the nostalgia to sell it. Like they've
This is like, I don't know.
pushed.
I don't collect any of it. I'm a bit of a filthy casual when it comes to G.I. Joe. So this is just from an outsider. This is just an outsider kind of asking people that are into the question.
I'm right there with you.
No, it's a valid question. I think we're all filthy casuals when it comes to certain properties, and you can't collect them all. I mean, the only person I could say, actually, it's funny. I was watching a video today, and is it from Robo? Don't know. Is it Deeb or Deeb? Whatever his name is, he has this immense collection where he collects everything. I mean, I don't know how certain people do it. They're super eclectic. I think all of us here tonight on this stream, I would say, has quite a diverse, eclectic taste for toys. Like we don't just collect Transformers, right? We collect a lot of other things as well, which is kind of nice. But it's very hard to really hone in and just, I that's why I envy people that just like one thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's great. But when you like everything, it's man.
But I think, speaking for all of us, we're all well past the point in our collecting journey where we kind of realize that there is a limited amount of space and we kind of have to streamline things a little bit.
Yeah. I've said this to you guys in private before, but I don't know if I've ever said it on here. The only reason I don't own Turtle stuff is because then I end up buying Turtle stuff. I love Turtles. But if I buy it, I'm going to start buying it.
I think Turtles is one of those lines, though, where you can pick your kind of aesthetic or version of Turtles that you like and kind of stay in that lane and just collect that version of Turtles and have your own kind of display
been that close
how
to
you
Joy
like
Toy
it.
Raphael.
And that's why I want the same panel when we do a Turtles special night, because all of us here, we have to. There is so much stuff we need to unbox as far as Turtles is concerned, because Mikey's got his Joy Toy stuff.
Huge box stack back there is just Turtles. That huge box.
That line's insane. Then there's the Mirage stuff that I'm nuts about. NECA is making so much stuff. We need to even unbox and showcase this Mezco, Kevin Eastman box set, which I bought yonks ago. So that's why we definitely.
I think I was there when you bought that.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a Turtles night.
Just like kind of Jason's point, I'm like, there's part of me that really wants to dip my toe into that Joy Toy Turtle line, but it's like I'm just going to end up jumping in the pool.
It does become a problem.
Yeah.
It is a serious. It's a deep dark hole. It's a bloody. I mean, bless Mikey. He was like, he saw it. I think he saw what convinced you to literally say, I'm going to buy the whole set? You went nuts. You just went, yep, I'm going to take it all.
I would get to that point as well if I bought one.
What was the catalyst for you, Mikey?
I like the scale. I feel like they're smaller, and I feel like if I wanted to, I could take some pretty cool photos with my Transformers and the Turtles. So that was one thing. Also, they were affordable, like because they were smaller. The main thing was they're smaller, more affordable, but they didn't seem to lack the quality. You know, they still had the metal joints and everything. They still had an accessory loadout. And thanks to you helping me get them, I got them for a good, deal. But plus the look of them, they just look really cool. And they look like they look like in my opinion, they look like the Turtles from the original 2000 series. So
Okay,
that's why a blend of that.
Yes and no.
Not spot on, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But they've got a little bit of that look that I like. Plus, I still need to get that. There's one piece missing. I still need to get that Turtle Van.
I've been clicking on that listing online I've probably clicked on it maybe 20 times in the last month. Think like, oh, do I buy it? Just one tap away from buying it.
It's the last little crown jewel for the collection. So,
and the price, the price isn't bad on it either.
No, and it scales perfectly with the Turtles. So. I'm gonna go nuts, filling out the old shelf with those Turtles and just various different. They're super posable, super high quality, super affordable. That's what drew them to me, and that's why I like them.
Going back, Oh, sorry.
What a shame, right? Because
it's sold out.
Oh, thank God. I don't have to buy it.
What a shame. But look at that. Look at that. This is okay, Mikey.
This is where I don't tell you that you can get it from AliExpress, right?
No, but come on. Wait, hey. It's fun too. You gotta wait for Sugo to get this back in stock, and then you apply your
I'm gonna wait for Sugo to get it back in stock. That's what I'm gonna do.
I might let it sell out again, and then I'll think about it. But I think
Alan will decide to buy it 5 minutes after it stops being produced,
and then pay $600 on eBay.
Yeah.
That is something I typically do, because I love to buy the toys you can't get anymore, and you know that saying, you always want what you can't have.
Yes.
There's somebody else in this chat that's done that more than once.
Yes, we all know him.
Yeah, we do.
But I will.
He's there with the blue and pink background.
Mikey,
was it Battle Cat or Panther?
Mikey makes the point of just like the detail and how they're small. I think that's the best evolution in toys, right? Is the fact that they're able to put so much detail into smaller scale figures, and that just goes back to the space thing, right? Kind of like you're able to get them at a cheaper price, you're able to get a lot more of them, and you're able to create a much better display because you're able to save a lot of space, because they're just continuously finding ways to implement more and more detail into smaller figures. I mean, Jason, you're into your miniatures, so you would have seen an incredible amount of detail in those things over the years, but
yeah,
we're not quite at that size yet, but I think we're getting there.
Get to that size.
All right,
imagine a little articulated version of that.
Shall we get on to? I don't think we're going to have time for the Chaos Studios Batman and Jaeger War Leader, but what we should do, and we should close the night with, is South Park unboxing blind boxes. This is going to be super fun. And we're going to guess what characters we're going to get in the box. And I am sure everyone here on this stream right now can definitely relate to South Park. But for those people or younger people, how many seasons is it now? 20
28 seasons? How many
It's
seasons?
28 or 29 or something. Yeah.
29, right?
I thought it would have cracked the
Something like
30s
that.
by now.
Yeah, look, incredible. I mean, for those of you guys that don't know South Park, it began really as a crude animated short created by two guys, Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Basically, while they were students, their very early short, The Spirit of Christmas, became an underground viral hit in the mid-1990s, eventually leading Comedy Central to commission the full series, which premiered in 1997. Now, the show stood out because of its intentionally rough cutout sort of animation style, extreme profanity, absurd violence, and a fast turnaround production allowing it to sort of satirize current events almost immediately. But I think fundamentally at its core, South Park is as I said, a satire of American culture, politics, religion, celebrity, media panic, if that's a good description, maybe even childhood innocence. And I think moral hypocrisy is one thing that comes to mind, all filtered through four foul-mouthed boys in a small Colorado mountain town.
One of which you can't understand most of the time.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
I do hope we get him in this blind box.
Same.
So we're gonna open this guy. We're gonna open the blind boxes. Okay. So we got 12 to go. Yeah.
Before you
tell me.
open it quickly, didn't it technically start out as a stop motion because the first episode was made of cardboard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, originally, that is how they did it. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the box here, boys. Okay. It says look out for limited chase edition figures, vinyl figures, 7 to collect out of this box. So if I'm lucky tonight, I will get a complete set of 7 out of the 12. What anyone's going to put money on it? You reckon we'll get a full set out of this box tonight?
I was going to say none of those blank silhouettes look like Towley, which is a little bit disappointing.
I want to say that the one on the right is Butters.
The one on the right is Butters.
No, he's the one on the very end, isn't he? He's not the blind.
Yeah, that's Butters.
Yeah, but there's a chase. There's chases. Chases will be other characters, right?
Yeah.
Or they
so there would be
because one of them is definitely Cartman again.
Yes, one is Cartman, and one is actually no. One is Cartman, and I bet the other one is a dead Kenny.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that's sweet.
That would make a lot of sense, actually.
You want a dead Kenny, right? So I really hope. So Dave goes. I really hope there's a South Park Brian Boitano fig from the original movie, bigger, better, and uncut. Well, let's. You know what?
Much better film than people say.
That movie was fantastic. I won't stand for any slander of that movie.
So what I did, right? Just because it's FOMO, I have these blind boxes here, and it is made by a brand called Khadou. It's a UK based brand. They do a lot of pop culture and sort of entertainment culture. So they've got the licensing for this now, and I decided to buy a box set of all 5 characters here, including Chef, and also I definitely had to get Randy, right? And I reckon those are the same sizes. But the reason why I bought these was because I want to see if these technically are the same size figures as these ones in the blind box here. Okay, so let's get to it because, and then we're going to see whether or not they have the right sort of comparison in terms of size. So, all right, let's do this. Okay, anyone want to guess? So, anyone want to guess? I'm going to swap cameras. Let's do it here. The first box. Let's open this. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3.
What you said you were going to do with the if you get any extras.
If we do any extras, and we do get the extras after we unbox all 12, if you post your favorite South Park comment in the comments or quote, the best one will win any of the doubles or the duplicates. Okay.
Wait, you said you would ship them to me before the show.
All right. All right. Okay, so that's open first one. Shall we do the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go first one. Let's see. What do you reckon this is?
Kenny.
Guess? Kenny?
I'm
All
going
right.
to start with Stan.
Stan?
I'm going to
What
go
about you,
Kyle.
Kyle? Okay. Let's go. First
3,
one.
2, 1.
Let's go see who we got in the box. Ooh, it comes not only in a box, but it comes in this packet as well.
Blind
Okay.
bag as
It
well.
definitely looks
Crazy.
smaller.
Blind bag. All right. And then I'm going to rip it open. And, okay, guesses again.
I'm
Kenny.
sticking with it, Stan.
Stan, Kenny,
Yeah.
and
Kyle.
Carl. Ooh,
Oh,
we
Oh,
have-
so,
Whoa!
so we have a chase right off the bat.
we got a chase
That's
right off the bat.
incredible.
Rigged.
Oh, this
I'm
is
calling
great.
rigged. Let's all go home.
We have a gold Cartman. Okay.
That is
So-
really cool.
About as rigged as Argentina World Cup games.
I'm going for full set. I'm going for a full set and one chase. Ooh.
Okay, so
I'm
one
going for
chase. Well,
full-
we've got the one chase, so let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
just here.
Yeah, that's
okay.
good.
All right. Let's go. Next one.
Imagine if they're just all chases. That'd be amazing.
Guess.
Well, no one will be getting
Kenny.
their figures. They'll be going straight on eBay.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. What? Guess. Which one's this one? What do you think?
Kenny.
Mikey and I said Kenny.
I'll
Okay,
go. I'll go Stan.
I'll go Stan too. Let's go. Let's have a look. I'm gonna go Stan too. 2 Kennys and 2 Stans. All right. Let's have a look. Ready? 2 Kennys and 2 Stans.
It's a Kyle.
Hey!
Oh, no, it's Kenny. Yeah,
What
we're
a
Oh,
Kenny.
right.
is
It's a
that
chase.
is that another chase?
It's a.
That's another chase.
Oh my
That's
god!
another
It's almost it's my predictions coming true. They're all chases.
Holy crap! Is it possible that we have the full set plus 2 chases? Let's find out. Okay,
Certainly
so that's
possible.
a Kenny chase. All right.
As we're
Next
unboxing,
one.
the
I wonder
thing
if they
I've
all come like
always-
this.
Good
Randy.
question.
Well, there's no Randy in this set, dude. I already got a
Yeah,
single
there can't
Randy.
be Randy.
Okay, okay, this one, next one. So we're up to 3 now. We've got plenty to go. What do you reckon?
Kyle.
I'm
I'm
still gonna
going-
go.
I'm going
I'm gonna
Stan.
go. I'm gonna go Cartman. Cartman.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Stan.
Yeah, I'll go Cartman.
Cartman. Stan and Stan, right? Stan, Cartman. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Like
Let's
that.
find out. Let's find out.
The thing I've always
Okay.
appreciated about this show is that nobody is safe from it.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's what makes it so great.
Yeah, because
Ready?
it doesn't matter what side of anything anybody is on. Anybody's up for go.
I feel this is maybe a Kenny. Oh,
Oh,
Butters!
Butters.
How good is Butters? Look
and
at
I-
him. Oh, I
And,
love
to-
Butters.
and that in itself, Jason, makes the show objective.
That's
Yeah.
what I like about it.
See? Butters. There we go. Butters. Okay, good. We got them all lined up. Okay.
Butters,
Next one.
arguably the best character progression in the show. Largely because
Absolutely.
he actually has character progression and nobody else does.
Yeah, everyone else stays the same for 29 seasons.
Butters for me, Butters Stotch. Naive, sweet, anxious, and endlessly punished by the world around him.
Yep.
Butters
With
became one
arguably
of
the
the-
worst parents in the town.
well, he's one of the show's most beloved characters because his innocence kind of contrasts perfectly with the show's cruelty when you think about it. That's Butters summed up. Okay.
I'm trying to think what
Um,
his evil alter. It's Professor something, right? When he becomes a bad guy.
All right. Next box. What do you reckon, boys?
Stan.
I was going to say Butters for this one, but we already got him. So I think I'll have to go Kyle.
Cartman's mum will be next. Actually, Dave got it right. It's but oh no, he didn't. He went. It's but Cartman's mum will be next. All right, come on, boys. What is
I mean, it
what's
could
this
be.
one?
We don't technically know who Cartman's mum is.
Yeah, okay. All right, what's this one? Come on, tell me, boys. What's this one?
I'm still saying Stan. Jono thinks it's Kenny.
I need a
Kenny.
Cartman. I need a Cartman. Kenny, Cartman. I need a Cartman.
We
Talon,
already have Cartman, but just the gold version.
I need the standard version. All right, ready? Stand by. Oh, it's
Kyle.
Stan.
Nice.
It's Kyle. It's Kyle. It's Kyle.
Sort of South
There
Park
we go.
fan of you calling that Stan.
Sorry. It's,
Yeah, you
it's
move him
Kyle.
as far away from Cartman as possible so they don't
Sounds a
start
bit
fighting.
sounds a bit like a filthy casual to me.
Filthy casual, yeah. There we go. All right, we got more. Okay, one more box. We got plenty of boxes actually. Let's see what else. Kenny. Nah, it wasn't Kenny.
Kenny or Canty?
It was Kyle. Not
This
Stan.
this one's going to be Stan.
This one's
I
going to be
have to be
Stan.
right eventually. Yep.
Okay, this one's going to be Stan.
Just keep,
All
just
right,
keep
ready?
beating the dead horse.
Stand by. Stand
Kyle.
by. Stand by.
We already got Kyle. Surely not. Surely they don't get
Kenny.
a double.
No, so I maybe got too excited because I wanted to Stan, but then we got Kyle, but I wanted Stan. So hopefully this one will be Stan. Okay. I jumped the gun. Ready? Stan it is. Stan it is. Stan. Butters again.
Oh, there we go.
Another
Double.
Butters.
Another Butters.
That's crazy. So
Okay.
you can get doubles, and we've got both of the chasers. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, you can get doubles. Okay, next one.
There you go. Trade plus cash.
This
For a
one's
chase.
Cartman.
Better be. We got 6 more boxes. This one's 7, so it's 7. Counting
We
down
I
to
don't
double
wonder
chase.
if Dave is deliberately picking characters that he knows isn't in the set at this point.
Okay. All right. What's this one? I'm feeling it. It feels different.
That's
I
cheating.
think this one is Kyle again.
Yep.
Kyle. There it
Oh
is.
shit! We might not
Kyle.
actually get a full set.
We might
No,
not
we
get a
may.
Cartman.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll find
shit.
out. So we got 2 Butters and 2 Kyles. So put your best comments, and you guess what? I'm going to send these to you.
Come on. Give
Okay.
us some good South Park quotes.
Yeah, give us some good South Park quotes, guys. Join in. Okay, next one. What do you think it will be? It has to be Cartman. Come on. Give me a Cartman and Stan, okay? I want a Cartman and Stan. All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Oh, you
Stan.
Kenny.
Oh,
Hey, Kenny.
Original version colored Kenny. There we go. Okay. Ooh, we are down to 5 boxes.
Oh, so there's
Shut up,
5
Cal.
left.
Shut up, Cal. Shut up, Cal. Ooh, we're down to 5 boxes, boys. I don't know.
Come on, we need that fat bastard.
We need that fat guy. We need.
He's
that
not fat, he's
guy.
just big boned.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Kitty, this is
What do
my
you-
pot pie.
What do you think this is?
Come.
Stan.
It's got to be Cartman, surely. It's got to be Cartman or Stan. It has to be.
Oh my god, how many of these things? This is so
From
crazy.
2
Oi.
chases to 3 doubles.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
that's
Uh,
oh my god. Cartman. Has to be Cartman. It's gonna be rigged if it's not
Come.
Cartman.
come
Mark,
on,
how
come
could
Get
you
a
swear
Cartman?
like that in the comments? That's disgusting.
on. Barbara Streisand. Oh God. No.
Yep,
All
that's
right.
exactly what I'm responding to.
I reckon this is Token.
Stan.
Token? No, not Token. I
No,
reckon this
Token's
is.
not in the set, is he?
No,
No,
he's not.
I reckon this is Butters again.
Oh no.
Yay! I was right. I always knew it was Stan.
With Stan, baby.
The next one's
So do we
Cartman.
only need do we only need
Yeah,
Cartman
next
and
one
we've got
has
the
to be
set?
Cartman.
We no Cartman's yet. No
But
Cartman's
Is he
yet.
the last original one we need?
Yes.
Okay, so
Get
we
your
get
big
him
head
then
out of the
we're
way,
winning.
Clinton.
We got 3 boxes left. Okay. 3 boxes left.
Timmy.
Let's-
Timmy.
Timmy!
So come
I'm
on,
still
guys.
trying to
Put your
figure out if they've forgotten what was on the box or if they're just choosing characters they know as are not in it.
Come on, guys. You need to put your comments. You need to put your comments in the comments. Your favorite quotes to
Go to my
win.
Facebook profile. They're in the cover. They're in the cover photos.
What's this one, boys? This is the second,
Cartman.
the third
Cartman.
one.
It's got to be
Cartman?
Cartman. We
Has to
got
be
to go
Cartman.
Cartman in one of the last few.
Ready?
Hey, hoppa!
We
Is
got
that the
whole
full
set.
set now?
Guys, guess what? Respect my authority.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, so do we have the full set?
I think
We
so,
do have the
I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the full set. And with only 2 boxes left. So let's see whether we get any more chases. You know what?
Yeah, imagine if you just get chases. Yeah.
I really want a dead Kenny. I want a dead Kenny.
Well,
I
we
think-
have
I
the
don't-
full set, so he's not in it.
I think you've got the full set. I don't think you can. I mean, unless that's the super ultra rare chase.
Unless these 2 chases are basically what the chases are. So basically that's the full set with the chases.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
see. So now Team A. Now this one, obviously now we got the full set, so we're all good.
I'm going to go with the Cartman chase. Another Cartman chase.
Another Cartman chase. Boys,
Yeah.
what do you think? Yeah?
I'm going to go with another Stan.
Yeah, I think we
Another
need another
stand.
stand.
We need another stand.
I just hope it's not a third Butters or Kyle.
Stan Marsh, the closest thing to the normal kid. He's often the moral center of the group, usually reacting to the madness around him with confusion, frustration, or disbelief. Poor bastard. Then
Because
Kyle,
you know what?
obviously.
Today he learned something.
Yeah. But you know, man, this you're gonna love that episode. When it comes to Kyle, I mean, you know, Kyle, smart, he's principled, very, very emotional, super. Kyle frequently serves as the show's conscience, you know. His Jewish identity is a recurring part of the humor and conflict, especially with
I
Cartman.
wonder if the next wave will have Kyle's sister in it.
Okay. Let's find out what's in here. Chase. Ooh,
there we go, another
stand. I
another
think that's what I said,
stand.
didn't I?
So that makes sense if we get another Cartman is the last one.
Hopefully.
Okay, the last box. The last
Cartman,
box.
100%. $100 Cartman.
It would make sense if the boxes are all doubles and then the 2 chases.
Yeah.
Cal's mum is a big, fat, the biggest in the whole world.
That's pretty cool.
Shouldn't I be talking about my mom?
Mr. Hat Butters. Really? Did he really? When did he say Saddam Hussein?
I think he's talking. I think he's still guessing characters.
Oh goodness! All right, last box. I love these blind box unboxings. They're cool. They're fun.
They're fun.
They're really good fun. Okay, what shall it be?
Cartman.
What
Yeah,
shall it
Cartman.
be?
It has to be another Cartman, surely. Or a Cartman chase.
You know what? Because I'm gonna. Dave is just going nuts.
He really wants one.
I don't know, man. I still haven't had any very sort of poignant quotations. I'm still waiting for like one that will just kind of
Be inventive. Come on. Pick something that's
Yeah.
a little bit out there.
All right, pick something out there, boys. Come on. All right, ready? Last one. What shall it be?
It's Cartman.
It is Cartman.
Okay,
Well
there you
done.
go. We've got a full cast.
I want to believe all the
We've got
boxes
a full
are like
cast.
Hey,
Nice.
twice. Really?
We got 2 full casts
Yeah.
plus Butters.
Wow. Get
There's
out
2
of
of
here.
every character plus 2.
So this
Chase.
is so that's why I want to think this is how like all the boxes come.
Most likely.
That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. I didn't think that.
Is this-
so?
Is this a recent release?
They've had these blind boxes for a while. So
Okay, because
we do have-
I wonder if they've done like a wave 2 or a wave 3 with like different characters.
well, they haven't, but that's why
Mm.
I've wanted to get the Mezco ones because they're just unreal. They have almost a full cast. I definitely want
Oh
a Mr.
wow,
Garrett.
okay.
But guys, I'm still open to giving away one complete set. I'm still waiting for that comment. So you know what? This live stream is going to be up still for a while, and I'm gonna get you guys to leave something in the comment.
There's a good one.
That is a good one. I mean, yes, of course, they kill Kenny all the time. We have the mayor save David Bottrell, Ken Pranker. No, but this one, this one. Ooh, this one is a good one.
That's really good so far. That's literally following on from something I quoted earlier. I don't know if that's deliberate or not.
Okay. Contention. Jonathan Hawkins, you're in contention for sure. Ooh, I like that one. I'm going to keep that feather in my cap. And what do you think? We got the full cast. We have 2 chasers, and we got 2 sets from a box of 12 blind bags. I got to say, that's pretty good, guys. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think that's great.
I
It's
couldn't
pretty
have had
decent
it.
value.
Couldn't have gone any better.
And
Controversial
also,
opinion. I think the Kenny is a better looking figure than the Cartman from the 2 chasers. I think the green just works.
I agree. And plus, you can see there's the detail in the eyes as well.
Yeah.
What for Kenny? You're talking about the chase?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that chase looks nicer than the gold one does. It's just a personal taste.
Okay.
Plus,
so-
it could be dead because he's gone green because he's dead.
Yes, possibly. But I wanted one where he's get all bloody and he's beaten up, and he's kind of like that would be a good version. So, this is now what I'm going to do quickly before we say good night and not keep everyone up in case Mikey does need to visit the bathroom. Is is that I have the full set here now with 2 chasers, and I'm going to give away 1 complete set to my favorite quote over the next couple of weeks. This video will still be up. But in the meantime, I want to show you this set, which I'm trying to work out whether it's the same.
Oh, so there's more
size.
characters.
Yeah, so these are slightly more oversized. So I bought this made by the same manufacturer, Khadou. I think it is Khadou. Yeah. See the brand here? Up here.
Yeah.
Yep. UK licensed. Comedy Central South Park, imported from Heathside Trading Company, Blackburn. In fact, it says Netherlands here. That's interesting. But anyway, I bought this because I didn't want to risk it in case I wasn't going to get full set here. And I felt in this box set, they should have included 2 characters. It should have been 1 chef in there, and definitely good old Randy in there as well. And you know what figure that I certainly am spewing about that they didn't put in here was Token. I think it would have been cool if we had Token as well. So
yeah, that would have rounded out the set, but
that would definitely rounded out the set. Now, for this particular figure, I think you can get away with the scaling, because if I'm going to open this
that's what
guy
I was
now,
thinking as well.
yeah, if I open Randy, right, I think Randy might scale well compared
Put
to
him next to Stan.
Yeah, exactly. And the quality of these ones, they feel different. So this is like more of a hard plastic compared to more of the these are quite hard too. Actually, they're not.
Do they feel more hollow?
No, actually, I think it's the same. And I think they did this specifically so that you have to buy him separately. So there you go. And I think they do actually they do scale quite well. There you go. That's Stan. Sorry,
Yeah, that
Randy.
works.
That works.
I have a feeling that chef is going to scale better with these as well.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's see whether the scale. Oh, yeah, I do think. And then, like I said, some of these figures are slightly oversized. So this is the box set. And you can see already that some of these figures are substantially bigger, which I think will be probably closer to your size. So if I take Chef, hang on a second.
Ooh.
Okay, that's Chef. And let's have a look. I think they scale way better than what's currently in that box. So yeah, look at that. I kind of already knew somehow that these were gonna, so that's why I picked him up even though they were separate. But then this box set here we have now, you can see that this is way more oversized. So I was thinking that they could have been the same, but no, they're way more oversized. I'll give you an example. You can take Cartman out. And I don't know, do they look the same? No. Look, different size, right?
No, it's almost twice the size.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would say that you're right. I reckon that's the same one I've got.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like that for me, all these now scale better than, for example, him and him. Right? So yeah. There you go. That's a you know, I have a full set of I got Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman here in a larger scale, but I think this would be for me now the quintessential Khadou collection with the main cast. And like I said, I'll be giving away one of these sets to one lucky person. So get your comments in, I think, over the next couple of weeks, and I'll have a look. Not bad. Not too bad for of a pull for sure. The radar dish probe from Cartman's ass. Don't lie, Stan. Lying makes you sterile. They kill Mikey, you bastards.
That's a good one.
And I think the scale's spot on for adult characters versus kid characters. There you go. Cool. All righty. Okay, guys. Well, that was certainly a interesting night. We will probably conclude our stream. And I can't believe we went for over 2 hours when we complaining with other people. Hey guys, sup Mikey? I love you, Batman figure, and your South Park figures are amazing. Oh, is that Jamie?
Hey, Jamie. It is.
Hey Jamie, how are you going, Jamie? Good. Thanks for joining us.
Coming on, Jamie. Oh no, I think he must have watched it because he talked about the Batman figures, so he could have only been watching it. So
Yeah.
thanks, Jamie.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic.
I'll see you tomorrow, Jamie.
Very good. So, guys, don't forget, this episode is brought to you by Sugo Toys. Make sure you get your 10% discount. And, that's valid till the 31st of July. So you've got plenty of time. And it applies only to all in-stock items. Applied at checkout, one use per customer. And like I said, it excludes items in their special category. So anything that's in stock now, make sure you do it. Thanks again, fellas. Always good to have you guys. Thanks once again to everyone that joined us. It's been a great night. Fantastic. You guys all, So thanks.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
Thank you.
Let us know in the comments your quote from South Park and whether you think you would survive in the town for a week.
Definitely.
I don't think I would. I think I'd be dead within 4 or 5 minutes.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Cheers.
This episode of Toy Reel is proudly brought to you by Sugo Toys.